Welcome back to The Tipping Point on Fox Sports 1380.
Welcome back to The Tipping Point with Mike Tipton right here on Fox Sports 1380, El Paso's Fox Sports 1380. It is my pleasure to bring in today LaVey Tovar from Del Valle, now going off to college. She's in the playoffs, so we're not saying goodbye just yet. But she's going off to college, and the university she's going to be going to is Southern University in Baton Rouge. We also have her father, Jesse Tovar. Thank you all so much for joining us today. And we also have Coach Fontenot of Southern University as well. Thank you so much for joining me as well. What was it, Coach, about LaVey that made you say this is a player that we need to have on our team?
Her dedication to the sport. Basically, watching her from her sophomore year on up, you basically see, she's a hard-working player. And when I got here, that was my goal, to find players that's willing to work hard and produce and get better every day, and she's one of the ones that we believe that will help us, show us that talent that she have, and if we have a certain situation where she can get better in, I think she's the one that was willing to work hard to do it.
So LaVey, we'll take it over to you. You're leaving El Paso. You're going to go out of the state of Texas, over to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. What was it about Southern University and the atmosphere there that made you say, this is the place that I want to come play my collegiate career at?
Well, honestly, the Southern University is a really great college that I attended to on an official visit a few weeks ago. And I really loved how they were very welcoming to me and my family, me and my mom when we went. And the coaches, the staff, everyone there, the team, they were all very happy that I was able to make it there, and they just welcomed me into their home. I loved how green it was over there. I loved the environment, the climate. It was very beautiful, and I just wanted to take a big risk and say like, hey, this might be my new home. But I really loved the area around there, and it's just a very beautiful campus, and I instantly fell in love with it.
So, Coach, whenever she went, did you introduce her to Cajun food, or what was that some of the ways that you were trying to entice her with some of that delicious food down there?
Oh yeah, that's all the way. That's all the time. That's how big it goes. The food. I think that helps out with bringing all our players from out of the state, and it's taking them out to a good restaurant around here.
So, Jesse Tovar, congratulations first on everything that Prep 1 has been able to do. Also, congratulations on LaVey getting the scholarship right over there to Southern University in Baton Rouge. Your little girl's leaving. Are you okay with that? Is that okay? Like, has it hit you just yet, or am I the one breaking the news to you right now?
I think I've done. It's a process. Mm-hmm. I think I'm trying to it's starting to sink in little by little. I'm starting to let go a little bit and try to let her be a little more independent, and without Dad being there and everything like that. It's been a long, hard, rewarding road, especially coming back from an ACL injury that she sustained last year. As I've said before, we had a great momentum coming out of her sophomore year, fantastic momentum. We had a lot of good marketing going. Her Twitter page has been phenomenal, and we had a lot of coaches. We'd go to showcases, and there'd be a line of coaches out there, surprisingly to us, we reach out to coaches and said, hey, we're going to attend the showcase. And sure enough, there'd be, 6-7 coaches just exclusively there to evaluate her. Mm-hmm. And that's where a lot of relationships started with, started getting her name out there, and we had a lot of momentum, and then the injury came. And then all those emails and phone calls stopped. And we would occasionally get an email or a text, how you doing? Certain coaches checking in, but that was pretty much it. We where do we go from here? Is soccer even an option? Or obviously her health was the most important thing, but we were at that crossroads where we're like, do we pursue the soccer thing, or are we just gonna continue on another course? And we just didn't know.
You're tuned into The Tipping Point with Mike Tipton right here on Fox Sports 1380. My guest today, Jesse Tovar, along with his daughter, LaVey Tovar, who has signed her national letter of intent to attend Southern University in Baton Rouge. And we also have Coach Fontenot, who was nice enough to join us today, taking time out of his day. Once again, Coach, thank you. Whenever LaVey suffered that injury, Coach, was it something that kind of made you think twice, or was it something you said, you know what, we know that ACL injuries are not the death sentence that they used to be, and she's still on our radar? Or how did you go about that injury?
Well, the funny thing is, before the injury, I wasn't expecting her to come to our university either. I wasn't even communicating with her. I was just following her. You know, I looked at it, and I really looked at her like one of those players that probably go major D1 or a Division I school that's right over us. But after the injury, you know, I saw her get back to working out, the dedication, everything she was giving out to it. I'm still looking like, man, she might still have a chance to go somewhere else. But it came, I think I told her it was in December of last year, and I say, man, she just got another offer, and it was just back to back. And I think I contacted her after the 15th offer she had from another university. I said, I might can compete with them. So once I saw that, I said, let me go ahead and try to reach out to her and see what we can do and where we can go. And so it was always in my mind that I thought she was a good fit for our program, but it was just the point where would she even give us a chance or things like that. So it was just something that fell in our hands off a situation like that.
So, LeVay, I've completely ruptured my ACL. Actually, at the same time, I ruptured my ACL, tore my PCL, tore my meniscus, and tore my MCL in my knee.
Wow.
As you can tell, that was not a good injury for me.
I can tell.
It was tough to come back from all that. What was your mindset whenever you first suffered your ACL injury and then the comeback to get to the point where you are right now? Because you received, I'm gonna lowball it right now. I think it was 197,000 scholarship offers, and if we followed that on Twitter, we all got to see that. So what was it like, the mindset that you had coming back from that injury?
Well, at first, when I first got my surgery, and maybe like a few months after that, I thought that this was probably going to be it because no coaches were contacting me anymore or as much as they used to. And I thought that maybe I won't be able to play soccer in college. I didn't want to stop then because there's a reason why I worked so hard before I got my injury, and that was to play college ball and try my best to play Division I. So I started working out pretty much every day of the week with different trainers, going to physical therapy 2 times a week, practicing for high school when I got cleared. And when the doctor actually told me that I am actually cleared, that was like, I'm not sure if you saw the video, but I was crying. And it's just, I was just so relieved because I actually worked really hard to get back on the field and trying my best to still continue the recruiting process and try to impress coaches as much as possible to continue playing the sport that I love.
So, Coach Fontenot, you know that she used to be a field goal kicker at Del Valle High School. Has the football team contacted you to try to get her to start kicking some field goals?
Oh, no. On her visit, though, we talked to the head coach, and I told him he could only use her for the Bayou Classic and the championship games. Other than that, she got to stay with me.
Well, I like the way you think. You're keeping her safe and you're protecting your investment. So I'm 100% down with that, Coach. Jesse, going back over to you, seeing all the stuff that you've done with Prep 1, seeing the hard work that LeVay put in, seeing the 30-plus scholarship offers that she received from these universities.
The thing as a father that made me, and I'm still, I still nag at her and get mad at her and have her do her chores, and she tucks back, and you're doing the social media, put your phone down and the whole thing. I got to be a dad first. I am her number one fan, self-proclaimed number one fan, right? I have to argue that one with mom. But you know what? I actually, I was very impressed with her demeanor, with her work ethic. And getting all these offers coming in during the course of November, December, and January, it humbles you. At the same time, I didn't want to be that type of parent or family that commits somewhere and then flips and goes somewhere else. So once we had the dialogue and the relationship with Coach Fontenot and Southern University, we held on to that. We're like, hey, you know what? They immediately showed much love like other universities did. However, there was something about Southern that I wanted, aside from them giving us a generous offer. We wanted to make sure that it was a right fit. That was the purpose of her visiting down there. So to try the food, see the weather, meet the girls, meet coach, see if everything was clicking. And once she came back, I mean, she already had her mind up. I think the Saturday night before, she said farewell to coach out there. And, I didn't question it. She's 18 years old now. She's in control of her own athletic destiny. And surprisingly, though, and we just had her fantastic signing ceremony last week. All the media was out there, and a lot of friends and community went out there, and it was such a great event. But a lot of schools, we made sure that we contacted all the schools that had offered her and just thanked them and letting them know that, she has already committed to Southern, but we thank them for their interest and doing what they do, because it's not an easy thing. As far as this recruiting thing was once in a lifetime experience for us, and we took it all in and we enjoyed the process. But Southern was the best fit, and like LaVey said in one of her tweets, where she's excited to bring some championships down to Baton Rouge.
You're tuned into the Tipping Point with Mike Tipton right here on Fox Sports 1380. My guests today, LaVey and Jesse Tovar, and of course, Coach Fontenot of Southern University out of Baton Rouge. Coach, she's signed with you all now. How are you going to fit her into the system that you have over there at Southern University?
To be honest, I think her playing ability in the defense and offense is a great fit for what we have here already. So it's all about her adjusting to new teammates and coming into camp fit. And I think she's going to be A-OK with her skills. When she came on a visit, just the players' reaction when they went out and played on their own, it was a good fit with them from the beginning. So it's just coming in and them two working with each other. I'm sorry, I have some of the players in the office right now. But it's just them building that chemistry. So that's the biggest thing we're coming in to do, is coming in the fall and building chemistry. I think it started at the visit.
So, LaVey, you got to meet some of your teammates. Was there anyone there that you automatically clicked with whenever you started, whenever you were on your official visit? Did you click with anybody, or was there somebody there that you're like, I need to be friends with this individual?
Well, when I went on the visit, at first I wasn't able to meet them, but then we actually went to their football stadium, and they were actually practicing there. And that was the first time I got to meet them, and I was able to practice with them for a little bit. And, it was really great to finally, get out there with them and, touch ball for the first time. And then after that, we went to a few of their sports games, such as basketball, baseball, tennis, and even a bowling match. I was like, that was pretty cool. And I got to meet a few of them. They were really sweet, and they showed me around their dorms and around different places. We went out to eat together, and it was really great to meet a few of them and really get to know how they bond. So if thinking then, if I were to commit, this is how it's going to be, and I really enjoyed the time I had with them.
I could see the excitement. Like, you're trying to hold back the excitement of this. How excited are you, if you could put it into words, to be playing for Southern University here in the near future?
I'm really excited to bring, just to represent myself, my family, my team here, the Apostle Community del Valle to Southern University, and just to experience change, and just everything about it. I really loved it. All the people there are very welcoming, like I said, and I'm really looking forward to attending Southern University.
I want to thank you so much for joining me today, LaVey. I'm looking forward to seeing how this works out, Coach. Of course, you've got a new Southern University fan in me, so you might be seeing some sales for soccer stuff going through the roof, because I'm known to do stuff like that. Coach, I want to thank you so much for your time as well, for joining me here on the Tipping Point with Mike Tipton.
All right, thank you. Just make sure you make the donations to the soccer team. We'll love that.
100%. I will make sure that it's for the soccer team, Coach. Thank you.
All right, thank y'all so much.
Whenever we come back, though, on the tipping point, we're going to be talking about LeBron James and why it's not his fault. What's going on in L.A. It's bad for the Lakers, but it's not LeBron James' fault. We'll be right back on the tipping.